one of the things I tell people I work with is that you need to treat yourself like a plant when it comes to self-love. You are responsible for the soil. You are responsible for the water. Now, with all that being said, and treating yourself well, and you're responsible for the pruning. Now, you need to not only soil, but it needs to be good soil. You need to surround yourself with good people, right? You need to give yourself good self-love, good self-care. You need to water yourself. You need to put good, healthy things into your system, right? And I don't just mean physically. I don't just mean food. I mean by reading, by listening to good podcasts, by watching good things about, watching things that pick you up, right? Things that are motivational or things that are inspirational, things that might have something to do with something that you're struggling with, right? And this is you taking care of yourself regularly. Well, there's a third part that plants need to grow. So they need soil, they need water. Those are the things that you can handle, that you have control of. But you do need people though, right? Even though we say that we need to validate ourselves, you do still need people, but what you get from other people is just a bonus. It should not be the sustainable thing that's holding you together. It's a bonus. And so if you're the plant and you're taking care of the soil, if you're taking care of the water, the people in your life are like the sun. Sometimes the sun comes out. Sometimes it's behind the clouds. Sometimes it's behind a tree. Some days it's raining, right? So what happens with the plant is that it needs sunlight. You need people, but you need healthy people, but you're not relying on them. Everything that they say to you when they tell you that you look nice, when they tell you I really appreciate our friendship, those sorts of things, it's a bonus. It's not the thing that should be holding you together. It's not the thing that should be keeping you sustained, so to speak, right? It's not the only thing that helps you grow. So you take care of the controllables, the self-love, and then you surround yourself with people who treat you with the same respect that you treat yourself. And one of the things I can tell you is that when you begin to practice self-love regularly, it gets really comfortable. It's almost like a healthy addiction. And what happens is that the toxicity that you might be living in right now with your friends, with your family, that becomes uncomfortable. You won't surround yourself with people who are toxic and who are narcissistic. It'll just be too uncomfortable. The two they just can't exist. They can't coexist. This is the reason why. So a lot of times I tell people to set boundaries. When you start setting boundaries with a narcissist, and keep in mind that's a form of self-love. When you start to exude self-love with a narcissist, you get a lot of pushback. The two can't coexist. People ask me all the time, how do I know if I'm with a narcissist? Give yourself self-love. You'll figure it out real quick. You'll figure it out within a handful of weeks, right? Because self-love picks you up, right? It encourages you. It motivates you. It's self-empowering. Well, guess what? The narcissist can't stand that. They need you to be devalued consistently, because as they devalue you, guess what? They feel better about themselves. There's a constant overvaluation of themselves and a constant devaluation of everybody else. The two can't exist. This is the reason why why a narcissistic relationship will never, ever be healthy, right? It won't, because they have to have that consistent devaluation, which is consistently bringing you down, period. It's the reason why they just won't work.